Welcome back, fans and friends. In case you don't know what this video is about, you can pretty much guess what it's about. It is about this, a 1995 Ford RS Cosworth. So this was 94, and all the running on empties are 1995s. So are there differences? Perhaps, perhaps not. I'm not sure. But there is detailed differences between all three cars. I said how much I like this one. This one was done better, and this one was done even better than that, although it did have a little bit of an issue with that front right light. So, on to this one, the next one. This is Series 14, so I think it is their most recent one. I'll quickly go over it. It has we can clearly see right now the inserts for the front lights, so that's nice because those ones, this one was done really well, but because the light's not clear and the paint wasn't done on the right side properly, it does look kind of bad. The wheels on this, in fact, are the only ones not silver. So if you're thinking, well, how is this different? Well, I actually didn't want to buy this when I first saw it, but it does have differences where it's kind of half here, half there. I do now because those three were done really well. I'm kind of on the fence how well is this one going to be done. But anyway, we'll quickly go over it. The front, Series 14 again, running on empty, Greenlight at the top. There's Red Line, Synthetic Oil Company. That was STP Performance Oil Company, and then that was Texaco. And Red Line, nice and big in the middle of the door on the side there. And so I brought this up. They have something on the hood. I don't know why for that STP they didn't put STP on the hood. Now it looks out of place with the Texaco and this one. Even the Black Bandit has something in the middle of the hood. So the major failing of that STP is out of its control. And onto the back, we have the actual very similar, except for Holley, Chevron, Volkswagen, and Goodyear. Other companies here are Mopar, which is a division of FCA Chrysler Stellantis. We have Red Line over there. Jeep, which is the same as Dodge and Chrysler. GM and Ford on the far left. STP Oil, Texaco, which we've covered previously. And then Chevron, Holley, and Dodge. And so here we have 04522, so this is a re-release for this year. I will be looking underneath the car because this one was not the same as what was told to us on the package. Other than that, it's the same Greenlight stuff. Unlike the other two, this is for some unknown reason 14 plus. I'm pretty sure it's the exact same car. Don't quote me on that, but I do have the other, the other two are 8 plus, so I don't understand why this one is 14 plus and those two are 8 plus. It doesn't make sense to me. Anyway, I'm just going to get this thing out of its package after I go over what else is in this. So the panel truck we've seen in the previous Series 12 running on empty. 1939, this is the Camaro RS I've actually already done. 1969, and there was a bunch of problems with it, so sadly. The Dodge Challenger I've also done very well. Golf GTI, I've done very well. Gladiator, I'm not going to buy it because I have so many. And then obviously this car is right here. So I have to take back what I said about that Black Bandit series. I've done just as many of these. And I've liked actually more of them. So what the main issue with their wagon series is the hood didn't open. So it's basically a Plymouth Roadrunner, but no hood opening. So anyway, like I said, they don't standardize their products. So, just going to take this out nice and simply. Nobody got hurt. And you can look his paws right there. He's half passed out. So this one actually is similar to the Texaco in terms of the colors being reversed, but also they followed the similar design scheme. The one thing it doesn't have is it doesn't have the red line across the top of the windshield, which would have been really nice. Because now that I got used to it, sort of, not really, but sort of used to it, it would have added to the detail because look at the red line and where the Texacos are, it's almost the same. The color is just, the color palette's just swapped. So, the main distinguishing feature, obviously, of this Escort versus the other three is the red wheels. I really do like the red wheels. Nice and clear windshield from most angles, if not all. I'm looking for defects, nothing. Rear view mirrors painted and the whale tail painted to contrast the body. I do like that. I do like the border here. And the windshield, the rear windows are again nice and clear, unlike that Black Bandit for some unknown reason. You have the formula here which seems to be working after it but not before, so I don't know what to say other than that. Alright, so back to the front. It is the Ford Now it does appear the grille is the same. It just is not, here it's black, but there it's not black. And once again, they've done that thing where they did not paint the front license plate. Texaco did it, and the Black Bandit did it. The STP did not. So here they've gone sort of one step back, one step forward. It would have been much nicer had they put the red line right across the windshield and red line on the front of the license. Anyway, neither here nor there. The door handle, nice contrast to the rest of the car. There's red line. Gas cap is on the other side, so this is nice and flat. The wheels appear to roll. It does say Oz Racing. Twice it says Ford opposite. The bolts are there, nice and easy to see. So for once, actually, all these Escorts have all the same quality, no defects in terms of the build. The one issue, though, that we did have with this was the, sorry, not that, this one, was a little bit of scuffing there on the windshield. Other than that, and the painting there on that front right light, because these are plain, nice and easy to see. The hood gap is just evident because the car is painted white. If you look at these ones, you can't really tell. Even this one, the blue one. And you look at the front, just over the lights, because I do believe it does look like it's a different type of light, but like I said before, it's not really important. And I will get to the engine last, like I did with the other ones. We are now going to cover the rear of the car before we go to the underside. Once again, they've put red line where it's nice in the middle of the back license plate. There's the thing. No other markings, no Ford RS Cosworth. So the Black Bandit is the only one that's going to give you that right there. The others three do not give you any sort of, and it's the only one apparently with the hood staying open. These two don't want to show off the best part of the vehicle. Anyway, that's the back of the car. There's the whale tail. So I do think that it's a little bit of, we can see the plastic for the inside the windshield is not level. So the tail of the car, the spoiler, is actually in fact level with the roof, but it's the interior here. You can see there it's hanging down a little bit. That's the major defect. It's not a real defect because I don't care too much, but it's just kind of detracting from the vehicle when you look at it. This one doesn't do it. You can see there it's level. Anyway, enough complaining. On to the part that everybody wants to see. No, that's not the part. Nobody wants to see the underside. They've already seen it 3 times. So once again, they've put the sticker in the exact same spot as all 3 of those other vehicles. 2019 right there, Ford Escort RS Cosworth. And so in a rare show of let's scratch up the bottom for absolutely no reason, this appears to be, after it was painted on, it was scratched somehow. And once again, the number is different from the back. So I don't know what to say. There we see 04522, and there we see 05222. So same year, but different month. And then the 14562X is the same as over there. Everything else appears to be in the same spot. The exhaust, sorry, I didn't cover that. Is just on the far left of the vehicle. And because the other 2 on the outside share the same color, they are a little bit harder to see. This one actually is done really well. Just I don't like the fact that they didn't fill in the license plate. They could have done so much things improved to make it better. But it is still not a terrible series. I don't have too many complaints about them overall. I will just quickly go over, and we can see there the defect. See that? It means this is not fit inside there properly, and you can see the gap here. My finger shouldn't go in so much, while on this side it's sort of bulging out. I don't know if it can be fixed. I will not try. I'm just seeing if, yeah, okay, so it's all 2-step in the back there. You can see that stepping. It is shared by all of them. So, on to the engine. That's the part I'm pretty sure people want to see. And once again, the hood wants to stay open. There we go, finally. It doesn't open very wide though. Oh, the same as the other one. So in general, they don't open very wide. And this one is done extremely similar to the Texaco, which was, I said, really well done. And in fact, it is almost identical. So they took everything good about this one and they took it a little bit farther, a little bit nicer. For once, both the support bars are painted the same. They're both white. Sometimes they mismatch them. The Camaros, there's a bunch of them missing it. Mercury eliminator, this and that. We have there. Look at all that detail you get. Looks really nice. So, it's really sad to say that Greenlight seems to have the formula for getting these things out done really well. But then other cars that are probably more popular or more well known, Camaros, hint hint, Mustangs and everything else, they do poorly. So all I have to say is I don't regret doing these videos. I don't regret doing these Escorts, and I don't, importantly, because these are expensive. The price seems to have stayed the same at Walmart, but they are still about $9 each. So just right here, it's almost $40 for 4 of these. So if they were done really poorly, I would be mad. However, I do happen to like each one in succession, and I do think, honestly, if the biggest complaint I have is that little thing there, then that's okay, because it appears to have few other. If I want things to be done better to make it better, then that's on me. But if they didn't make a mess of everything, like the Camaros were having filing issues, things not being worn down properly, all sorts of nonsense. But with these Ford Escorts, so far my experience is they all happen to have the right things done, and they all happen to have the same right things done. So for example, all the rear view mirrors are silver, they're all level, none broken. Every single Escort here has that. Now, the license plate, I would have, like I said, it would have been so much better if Redline was written there. If STP was on the hood of this car, STP was on the license plate, that, or even here, they could have put Dunlop there, would have been way better, but it doesn't detract from the car itself. So it's basically your choice if you want to, if you do like the Cosworth. If you don't like it, don't buy it. But here, I was not truly a fan of this car. I do like it, and now I think I like it more. So like I said, this one was done really well. I thought this one was done better. That one was done even better than that. And for the most part, these two are almost mirrors of each other, except for the Texaco one. See the rear, how nice it looks with the license plate filled in? But just the Texaco did it, and then the Redline did not do it. So that's sort of a disappointment, but it's not a disappointment manufacturing defect. So I will just do the roll test. Why not race them while they're all here? Because why not? And as I probably tossed that one a little bit harder than the others. It races exactly like the others, and there's no wobble either. So you get that. All these Escorts, like I said, have all been done more than properly enough. There are things they could have done to improve them, but overall, I'm not going to complain too much. The major defect being that paint on the front right light, and then the insert for the roof is broken. And because it's broken, it's not level. None of the other Escorts have this issue. You can see there, nice and level with the wing. So if that's an issue and you can see it right away, don't buy it. However, in terms of Greenlights with the Cougars, for example, how many have this defect, how many have that defect? Another major issue, it's not too important if you're not going to take it out of the package, but the production date on half of these Escorts was wrong. Sorry, 3/4 of the Escorts, all the running on empties were wrong. The only one that was done right was this one, where the number matched what's on the box. So if that's serious for you, that's fine. It's not serious to me. I've already opened them. Those packages will go right into the recycling. And so I bring this series to a close, saying more or less they did some things extremely well, and there's room for improvement without detracting from the quality. Like I said, just add things to the license plates, put the STP on the hood, and STP right across there. Red line right across there. And the tire company, Goodyear, whatever it is, Dunlop, I guess, across the front there, like the Texaco car has it. So it's not outside of their realm of let's do it even better. Look how much better it looks with things on the license plate. But if you're not a fan, you're not a fan. I'm a fan. So thank you, fans and friends, for watching. I will bring this video to a close, and till the next one.